Why have my profits dropped so much this month? Well, we're going to talk about that in this video, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. Hi, my name's Simon. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller. Maybe, not for long, who knows, in the UK. And I'm just recording this from my villa in Mallorca, in El Toro, Mallorca. And yeah, I thought I'd just do an update because I've seen my profits drop massively this month, and there's a big mistake that I made and a lesson that I need to learn, and hopefully a lesson you guys can learn as well from from my mistakes. That's the best way to learn, guys, is learn from your own mistakes, but even better, learn from someone else's mistakes. So it's a bit windy today. Hopefully it's coming across okay. Not too breezy for you guys anyway. So yeah, so my profits have dropped massively. What are we on now? We're on the 27th of June. I am on £6,500 profit for the month, before some expenses. So realistically, probably about £5,000. Still a very nice number, of course. Sure, many of you would love to be earning £5,000 a month, but anyway, the biggest mistake I've made, though, is I'm going to miss that £10,000 goal, and it's because of one mistake, and that is because I was living off a replenishable item for too long. Now, it's great when you find these items that you can just milk and milk and milk, like I did. I spent over 150,000. I think it's probably closer towards £200,000 on one product from a retailer, one SKU. And SKU meaning stock keeping unit, but yeah, just one item basically. Yeah, and it was getting to the point where I was like, well, I spent 150k, 200k, something like in between. These guys mustn't care, surely. Until one day, obviously, they cared. But I thought, this site was fine. They didn't seem to care that I was spending so much money. I thought I could milk this for a very long time, and I did milk it since I think October last year, so a good 6-8 months, something like that. Obviously, when I first started, I wasn't buying crazy amounts of it. I was just, testing the waters in a way. And, but then obviously, as things went on, I ramped up the ordering as I was selling so many units. But it didn't have too many people on it either. And this was an item available from a major retailer website as well. And it was in stock all the time. So it just shows you they're out there. Anyway, so yeah, the big mistake I made was just living off that, and I got lazy with my sourcing. So having obviously found this, actually to be fair, my VA found this, my old VA found this lead, and at first I was like, it doesn't look that great, but obviously the more I looked into it, I was like, hey, this might be a winner here. And I lived off this for too long, basically. So I got lazy with my sourcing, I wasn't sourcing anymore, and I'm getting punished now for it, basically. And the lesson to learn here, guys, is you can't let up. This business is a relentless business. You constantly need to be buying stock. And, if you let off even for a week or 2 weeks or a month, you're not going to suffer right away, but you'll suffer in the future, 2-3 months down the line when you're running out of stock. And I've actually got quite a lot of stock in Amazon right now, but it's just not selling right now. So, I've got about maybe £70,000 worth of stock in there. I need to probably go through and adjust the prices a little bit. I know a lot of it's going to do really well in Q4, so I'm not too worried about clearing it now. But yeah, I've got some, I guess, slower sellers right now, basically, that are not selling as we speak. So that's why this month has kind of tailed off massively. I'd be lucky to probably hit £7,000 profit this month. But yeah, it's a relentless business, and I always talk about how much you need to spend to make X amount of money. So for me, if you want to make £10,000 a month, running at 30% ROI, let's just say, you need to be spending £33,000 every single month on stock. So if you're not doing that, then you're going to suffer later when you've got no stock in, and you're going to have to start scrambling and sourcing again to find those items to then fill up what you've not ordered. And even if you want to grow, then no need to be spending, let's say you want to get someone who wants to go from 5,000 to 10,000. Well, obviously you need to be going from £16,000 spend to 33,000. It's a lot. So, just even maintaining the £5,000 profit, but the £16,000 spend is difficult. But then obviously you need to go beyond that as well to grow. So it's a relentless business. This is why replens are so important as well, by the way, because you can build up this base level of income. I talk about it in this video here. Maybe I'll put a link up there. You should make sure you build these up. And obviously, unfortunately, one, I guess, downside of online arbitrage or retail arbitrage or even maybe wholesale as well is that, while replens are amazing, they never last. You might be able to milk them for 6 months, a year, who knows. But at the end of the day, either everyone's going to catch on and either kill the listing, or you just won't be able to buy it anymore. And that's what happened to me. Retailers have said, nope, no more. I even tried to negotiate them. I was saying, what, I'm willing to pay more money for them, okay? Because I was making so much money on them. I was like, I'll pay you more, okay, than the price on the website. But they were like, nope, we're not a wholesaler. We're not interested. You could continue to order from our website. You just can't order that product. So they handled it very well anyway. So now before we talk more about this, one mistake I definitely didn't make is using Profit Protector Pro, which is my sponsor for this channel. So Profit Protector Pro is literally the best repricer you can get for Amazon, in my opinion. Now, my brother actually has just started Amazon, and he's not using a repricer yet, and is realizing it's actually quite difficult to get sales. So we're getting him hooked up with Profit Protector Pro, and hopefully he'll see those sales skyrocket. Now, the reason I love PPP, Profit Protector Pro, is because it works hard to make sure you're getting the buy box, and the buy box is the most important thing on Amazon. If you don't have the buy box, you're not going to get the sales. 94% of sales, I think it is, or 84% of sales come from the buy box. Something around there, 80 to 90%. So if you're not capturing the buy box, you're going to notice much lower sales. So Profit Protector Pro works really hard to get you the buy box. It's got loads of AI algorithms you guys can use to help it gather the buy box. Whether you want to do fast seller, slow seller, whatever you want. There's loads of different algorithms. So if you want to sign up for that, guys, give it a go. I think there's a 14-day free trial. There's a link in the description. It's a no-brainer, guys, and you'll probably see your business skyrocket. So yes, main lesson, guys, from this is just don't rest on your replens, as tempting as it can be, because they will never last. And it's not like I have been, I guess, lazy. Now, I was lazy on my FBA business. I was living off the replens a bit, but it wasn't like I was sitting and watching daytime TV. I was working hard on my YouTube channel. I was doing my Discord group, link in description, guys, 100% free Discord group if you want to learn how to do Amazon FBA. And yeah, so I've been working on other things related to Amazon FBA, just helping people get their businesses going. So yesterday, I think I made I think it was £120 profit, I think, which is a great number. Many people would love to do that, but for me, that was terrible. Actually, one day this week, I've not been looking too hard, but one of the days, I think I only made £30 profit, which is really bad. So, but in a way, this is going to be good, because now what I can show you is how to then build the business back up. So I'm seeing this as an opportunity now to show you that I can take, a business that's maybe trending down and turn it round. So when I get back from holiday, I'm going to have to start doing some hardcore sourcing. I'm going to have to be working really hard, getting some more replens if I can, and just, going crazy, thinking about Q4 as well, and getting myself definitely sorted for, Q4 and just, normal months as well, I suppose. Making sure that I'm sourcing really hard. So it's going to be a good opportunity for me. I'm learned from this lesson. Hopefully you guys can learn from my lesson. Many of you won't. Like I said before, sometimes it's best to learn from other people's lessons, but sometimes you need the pain yourself to actually learn a lesson. So you can see someone put their hand in a fire and pull it back, but sometimes you just got to do it yourself to find out. Even though you've seen someone do it, as I'm sure many of you have got kids will know. That's a lesson they learn very quickly, but only by doing it. They have to do it themselves. So yeah, interesting one, guys. Anyway, just shows you. And yeah, so I've had students who are wondering why they're not growing their business or why they're not making a certain amount of money. And again, it comes down to the same kind of thing, really, just not buying enough stock. This business is driven by stock. It is 100% stock. You've got to be buying. It's amazing, actually, how many people don't realise that this entire business is around sourcing and buying. That is the most important thing. Everything else can come afterwards. Obviously you can use reprices like PPP and all those kind of things like that to help you, but if you haven't got the stock and you're not buying the decent products and you can't source, then you're going to find it very difficult. So those are the two things you need to be really focusing on, and making sure that you are sourcing every day, or regularly at least anyway, and making sure that you're spending the right amount of money that you need to actually spend to hit your goals. And I'll put that chart up. Or you can access it from my Discord group as well. Again, link in that description for that, 100% free. And that way you know exactly how much you're spending. You can use, I've got some software called ammoseller.com. It's 100% free for now. Maybe I'll charge in the future, I don't know. Maybe if I add more features. But yeah, in there you can basically track all your purchases, and then you can set spending and profit goals for the day, the week, the month, the year. And I'd recommend you try set monthly and yearly goals for your spend, and maybe weekly if you want. I mean, daily is a little bit tricky. But yeah, do that, and then obviously as you're spending and buying stuff throughout the month, you'll see whether you're hitting your goals or not. And that's a really good way to track your purchases. The website definitely needs improvement, but yeah, it works. So if you want to sign up to that, guys, it's free for now. I mean, it's been free for over a year now. It's probably going to be free for a while yet. So I like giving stuff away for free, guys. So that's I'm definitely a fan of the free model. And yeah, it's just the way I am, basically. Like to give stuff away free, but maybe eventually I'll charge for it. But yeah, guys, hopefully you found that useful. Hopefully you've learned a lesson here from me, and they say you need to be relentless on your spending, 100% on top of it every day if you can be. And yeah, when you go on holiday like this for a week or two, then make sure you may be spending more before you go if you can. Obviously, capital depending. Otherwise, you're going to suffer a little bit, when you come back. So a very good reason actually to potentially, and this is something I'm really looking back into now, is hiring more VAs, getting 2 or 3 more VAs, and trying to basically offload 90% of my Amazon FBA business onto virtual assistants. Even if I end up making half the amount of money, if I have to put 0 work in or very little work, that's probably a price worth paying. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.